here they are. Russia, Italy, ready to fence for gold. Our athlete introductions for Russia. Artur Akhmatkuzin, Dmitry Urigin, Alexei Cheremisinov, and reserve Renel Ganiev. For Italy, Andrea Cassara. Andrea Baldini. Daniele Garazzo. And in reserve, Giorgio Avola. Our referees for this evening. Florin Jorge of Romania and Sang Won Soo of Korea. Karam, it is time to mount up and ride out one more time here at this World Championships.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, I
really
did.
Want me to,
did.
You really want me to go there? I was about to say this is the red Ferrari up against the Russian Formula One team backed by Daniel Kvyat. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Very good. 9 legs in this gold medal match. 3 against 3. First up, for Russia, Alexei Cheremisinov, followed by Artur Akhmatkuzin and Dmitry Urigin. For Italy, Daniele Garazzo, followed by Andrea Baldini and Andrea Cassara. Referee for our first 2 matches will be Florin Jorge of Romania, and he will rotate with Sang Won Soo of Korea.
Here we go. Crowd chanting straight away. Russia.
Cheremisinov off target. Garazzo, because I don't know where that came from, and it didn't look to me on that replay that he got near to the target area, but he could very well have hit him on the bib. And clash of masks there. Nothing given there. Cheremisinov had gone past. attack Garazzo. And Stefano Cerioni just no challenge. Referee signals attack Garazzo. And we have a video challenge. Call stands. Attack Garazzo. Jeremy Ismail frozen in his tracks. Final action there. Jeremy Ismail off target.
Very similar high on guard position Daniele Garazzo has to Andrea Cassara. Beautiful attack from the Italian.
Jeremy Ismail will ask for his weapon to be checked. It works, point stands. And he will surrender that weapon and retrieve a new one. Look at that crowd.
We're right in the middle of them.
We are. They are all around us. Referee calls halt. Somebody's going to get a card here. It is Daniele Garazzo. Well, he's got his mask off, and that's not a good idea. lovely counteraction there from Cheremisinov to get him unstuck. Garozzo with the attack to take us out of this first leg of 9-5 for Italy, 3 for Russia. Andrea Baldini on for Italy. Artur Akhmatkuzen for Russia. Well, his light in his mask, which is the scoring light, the main scoring light, is stuck on, and he hasn't put the repeater on. No, he hasn't. Is it the repeater? Yeah. There are 2 boxes. There's one on the mask, and that is the main scoring mechanism. And then there is a repeater that hangs on the jacket, and that connects the scoring unit to the rest of the scoring system. Attack at Akhmatkuzen. And again, as Baldini comes forward, Akhmatkuzen just steps into distance.
Immediately Baldini calls for a video. I'm not sure that the referee's going to turn this one over, though. Well, actually, looking at the replay, a change of line, fairly significant from the Russian, but Florian Jorge has come back and he said, no, that's still the attack for me.
Three quick points here from Akhmatkuzen. Baldini off target there.
Beautiful stuff from Baldini. A fake to the high line, going backwards, then he stops on the spot and hits with a counter-attack, closing the distance and preventing the Russian from hitting him.
Attack Baldini. And Akhmatkuzen wants to straighten his weapon. attack Baldini. Ahmad Kuzin asks for a video review.
He's saying he's hesitating. And that Ahmad Kuzin got in on the preparation.
We're going to have another look. Scoring table is just down in front of us and to our right. Lauren Jorge coming back, and the call stands. Kuzin's attack off target. And counter off target, Baldini. Baldini just steps in, takes Ahmad Kuzin's blade, and gets the 10th hit for Italy. And an excellent recovery there from Ahmad Kuzin's very, very quick start. For Italy, Andrea Cassara. For Russia, Dmitry Regan. We go to the third.
Yeah, +2 for Garozzo Baldini, which gives us this 4-hit lead.
Sang Won Soo, our referee for this and the next leg of 9. Harry riposte. Cassara. And Cassara was about to go off there till he realized the call was going his way. Cassara's attack off target.
Both of these two are former world champions.
A lot of very frantic activity, nothing in it. Cassara pointing out that stopping the match, Regan's shoe had come untied. And a round of applause for his sportsmanship. Attack given Dmitry Regan. Cassara asks for a video review.
Well, Cipressa asks for the video replay there. The referee comes straight back, gives it as attack. Cassara has no more videos. Attack, Cassara off target. Just wants to check that the jacket's still working for Regan.
Back Cassera. More importantly, he slowed down Regan's run here in the third. Counter action there from Cassera takes us out of the third, but tense moments for Italy. 6 for Regan, 5 for Cassera. We roll into the fourth. Akhmat Kuzin on for Russia. Daniele Garazzo back on for Italy.
Regan happy with his efforts in that particular leg. Garazzo there, hyping himself up for this one. Arthur Akhmat Kuzin. So looking strong, concentrated.
Kuznov target there. Well, white light goes off on Akhmat Kuzin's side. Just on what appeared to be blade contact, but he may have caught the end of the blade, and it looks like Ville is coming out.
Haven't seen Ville today.
Well, there he is. He gets his prime time moment. This place is filled to the rafters.
I've never seen the President's Tribune that full in the whole championships.
Well, they're not gonna miss this one. There's a lot of Olympic medal sitting in that tribune. You see Stanislav Pozniakov and Pavel Kolobkov sat just on the same row as us across the rail there. But those are a few Olympic medals.
I'd be surprised if Vadim Gutsai isn't in there as well.
I know he's here.
Well, this technical issue is with Akhmat Kuzin, bronze medalist in the individual event, so he'll be looking to pick up, well, he'll definitely be picking up a better colour medal tonight. Will it be gold?
Changing out his body wire here.
Well, all sorted.
I think Billy left his toolkit out on field of play. Scoring opens with Perry Riposte, Daniele Garozzo.
That attack goes through. A parry, a super fast parry from Daniele Garozzo, did not block out the attack from the Russian.
That was a quick call there.
Yeah, I think the referee did signal a semi-apology to Daniele Garozzo. Riposte off target.
And another lovely attack there from Akhmat Kuzin.
Trading hits at the moment.
Final action parry, riposte to Akhmat Kuzin. Karatse's attack. Karatse will adjust his shoelace. I have to say again that the pictures we are getting from Panorama Russian television are just fantastic. What a parry riposte there from Akhmat Kuzin.
Good leg here from the Russians.
Kuzin's starting to put on a show here. What did you say during the individual events? He had 2 hip replacements in the last year?
Yep. That's why he's ranked somewhere, or he was ranked somewhere in the 40s in the world ranking, because he's just on the road to recovery. I'd say
I would say he is.
He's recovered now.
Andrea Cipressa there. He doesn't look nervous yet. Karatse's attack is through. Referee telling Karatse to hurry up, get to the line. They've been very unforgiving about what they consider time wasting.
It was a great hit from Akhmat Kuzin. He was brave. He left his weapon out in front of him, lured Karatse into finishing his attack, and then just blocked it out. Beautiful hit, and that's his attack. And the Russians are level.
We need one to take us out of this 4th leg. If it's Russia, this place will explode. Final action, Akhmat Kuzin parry, riposte off target.
Well, is this the Russians' attack? The referee is going to go and have a look at this of his own volition. Does he drop his hand low enough to give Daniel Karatse the opening? I'm not sure he does. I think he's going to get this, and he's turned this one around.
Mask on, says the referee. Attack, Akhmat Kuzin. Russia takes the lead, coming out of the 4th. An 8-4 run for Artur Akhmat Kuzin. Into the 5th we go. Alexei Cheremisinov back on for Russia. He will face Andrea Kassara. Opening with the attack.
Attack for Cheremisinov.
Russia's got the wind behind them.
coaches there, fist pumping from Cerioni. A look of despair on the face of Andrea Cipressa.
Well, now a white light coming up off of Chermisnov. Lauren Jorge back on to referee here in the 5th. Final action there. Now, Cerioni up and yelling in the box. Is there going to be a challenge? He checks his weapon. There will not be a challenge. Cassera clearly with the parry riposte in the final action and a single green light.
This foil's a bit bent there.
Just a bit.
Still.
I'm surprised he can wield that thing.
Well, Cassera has his arm out, searching for the blade. I spoke to another international fencer for the competition a year or so ago, and he said sometimes fencing at Cassera is like fencing in a washing machine.
Yeah. It sort of comes at you like an electric fan. And Chermisnov will abandon that weapon.
Did you know that Alexei means defender?
No, I didn't.
No,
I'm still trying to deal with Larissa and Citadel.
Oh, well. My sources are experts in the field. I've noticed I have a Russian expert feeding me information.
Right.
Beautiful parry pass from Andrea Cassera.
Italy back in the lead.
Well, they get caught up in the middle. And the final action is from Alexei Chermisnov. Andrea Cassera acknowledged that hit. Attack good, Cassera, who desperately wants to come out of this in the lead for the Italians.
I think the most important thing is parry riposte given Cassera. I have a video review. I think the most important thing is that he stopped this great runaway train that had started rolling. Parry riposte, Andrea Cassera. The 5th is over, and a big turnaround there for Cassera. 6 for him, 3 for Chermisnov. Into the 6th. Dmitry Regan on for Russia, Andrea Baldini. Didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, no, not at all. What I was going to say, though, is that Alexei Chermisnov is on a -5 indicator after
Really?
2 fights. Yeah, stunning. he went down 5-3 to Garozzo in the first match, and in that fifth leg, he's gone down 6-3.
Yeah.
So
it's surprising.
It is, and will the Russians have a think about bringing on Rinal Geniev?
Chermisnov due to close in the ninth for Russia.
Attack goes through, and there's no point in complaining from Baldini, and Andrea Cipressa puts his hand up and says, come on, Andrea, that was off target.
Attack Baldini.
Attack good for Dmitry Rigin.
Broken blade. Regan will hand over the remains to Florin Jorge. And that one definitely broke. Counter. Catching Regan out there. Parry riposte Dmitry Regan.
I think that he might call for a video here.
Well, one of the coaches signaling for a video, and Cipressa saying get back to the line.
Actually, when you looked up at Baldini, then he was looking towards the big screen in here, and I think he agreed with the referee that maybe he missed on his riposte. Oh, in close quarters, right on the back line, Dmitry Regan pulls off a fantastic hit.
Baldini stuck in there a little too long.
Oh, lovely. Full explosion there on the step lunge from Dmitry Regan. Completely caught Andrea Baldini out. Completely. Stunning hit. Look at that, right onto the shoulder. Still the attack from Dmitry Regan, and Andrea Baldini is not happy about that one. Sends the referee to go and have a look at the video. Yeah. I can understand why Baldini thinks that it might be his attack, but there wasn't really, a significant stop from Regan on that. It was building, and now the referee has to go over and calm Baldini down.
Momentum shift back the other way.
Well, back to Staple diet there for Baldini with a closing counter-attack. Attack Baldini, and it's 29 apiece, and Dimitri Regan calls for a video now. The referee's having a little look at this one. Because of the block out at the end, you could make it, you could argue that Baldini was counter-attacking, but for me, he started his arm moving forward first, and Florian Jorge agrees. And despite a terrific leg from Dimitri Regan, it's Baldini that carries the lead over for the Italians.
German Olympics carrying this? Yes, they are. It's on the German Olympic YouTube feed. All right, if you were in Germany, go to the German Olympic website to see this.
Or you can watch it here on the FI YouTube channel, can't you?
No.
Has it been blocked?
It's only on the... Oh, no, it says here Germany's okay.
Well, here Ahmet Kuzin comes on against Cassara. The Italians are one hit to the better. It's too tough to call this one at this stage, but it's the all-important last 3 bouts now.
Attack. Tessera off target there. Tessera over on the floor there. Lovely attack there from Cassara. He was all over the place. How he managed that, I do not know. But that is why he is Andrea Cassara. We're going to have a video review here. What would he be looking for? What would Ahmet Kuzin be looking for in a review?
An infringement like ducking of the head, I would have thought, but I didn't get a good look at the video then. There are the 2 referees having a look at the video. It's been...
Did he go off the piste? I don't think he did.
Well, we're not getting a replay here. Palatouche.
He's going to get a card.
So is this for covering?
Could be.
I didn't see the signal from the referee.
Selection off target there.
It's been an interesting time for the Italians since Stefano Cerioni moved over to Russia after the Olympic Games. Andrea Cipresso is a fantastic coach, but it's almost been like a period of transition for them. And as you'll see, new names in the team. Aspromonte is injured this season, so that's why he's not here. Baldini was dropped to just fence in the team event. Did not fence in the individual. And it seems that this is now working again for Italy.
Harry riposte Andrea Casara. Could we ask for a better match than this for our final gold medal match here at the World Championships? I'm not sure we could. Kusin off target there. A big shout there from Ahmet Kusin. So frustrated with himself on that exchange. And he will turn over his weapon.
Attempted para riposte fails from the Italian. Ahmet Kusin finds a way through. Crucial points now. And Casara takes the Italians through to the penultimate leg with a 3-hit lead.
5 there for Casara, 3 for Ahmet Kusin. Into the 8th. Dmitry Regan for Russia, Daniele Garazzo for Italy.
So Ahmet Kusin finishes on a 0 indicator. Casara finishes on a +4 indicator.
Garazzo. Not pleased with that call. Sang 1-2 back, call stands.
Cipressa is going absolutely bonkers in the box because he knew that that was Regan's attack and he didn't want Garozzo to use up his video. Blade taken this time. Established the right of way. First one's no from Regan. He stops. Garozzo picked up the opportunity at the perfect time. Still the attack from Garozzo, and now Regan calls for a video. Cipressa delighted with that hit. Partisan crowd here.
Yeah, they're not happy.
He's changed his mind. The referee has given that to Regan. A great call from the Russian to go to video then.
And he will keep his challenge. And he's given that attack to Regan, and Italy can do nothing about it.
No video for Garozzo. I think he might have liked one there.
Together, single light. Parry riposte off target Regan.
The referee's going to have a look at this one.
Looking at this a couple of times. Referee Sang-Won Soo is coming back. Attack Daniele Garozzo. He missed the first time on the remise. He gets it. Russia back within 2. Off target. Regan lost control of his weapon there.
Attack good for Garozzo.
Regan goes to the floor. That will end the 8th. 5 for Garozzo, 5 for Regan. The 3-point Italy advantage remains. Alexei Cheremisinov on to close for Russia. Andrea Baldini to close for Italy. And if you were going to have the president of the IOC over for dinner and a little fencing, you couldn't have come up with a better match.
No, certainly not. Well, Russia are still close enough to do this, but Baldini is an experienced fencer. Canny, wily, he's not going to make any mistakes. This is all about what Cheremisinov can do to close the gap. He's got to create the hits. Baldini will not give them to him.
Cheremisinov asked the match to be stopped.
Got a bit of a twinge in his back leg by the looks of things, David. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but they're back underway again.
Again, the counter from Baldini. He's got to do more to create these opportunities than just stepping in. He got the attack there. Baldini immediately raises a challenge. Lauren Jorge is back.
Good call.
Cheremisinov with his first here in the ninth. Baldini needs 2 for Italy to take the gold. There's one of them.
Well, it's been a brilliant last final here in Moscow. Can the Russians do anything about the Italians now?
It started with a bang, it ends with a whimper, and Italy is our 2015 men's foil team world champion. Russia will go home with silver. And the celebration begins. We will hear Fratelli Italia twice tonight. And 2 silver medals for Russia.